Oh, how are you? How are you, viewers? How are you, viewers? Uh, this is Tatenda again. I'm meeting for the second time, I'm sure. Please like, subscribe, and share. Comment if you can. Our topic today is Zim versus South Africa. All right. This is our topic. We have been looking at that for a very long time now. So we want to know how much South Africa has benefited from Zim, right? How much South Africa has benefited from Zim, or how much Zimbabwe has contributed to the economy of South Africa. Obviously, the Zim people have contributed a lot to the economy of South Africa. I myself believe that the economy of South Africa won't be where it is now if it wasn't for Zimbabwe. So that's my point of where I'm coming from, origin, right? Right. If you look at most of the products found in Zim supermarkets are products manufactured in South Africa. So it is Zim which has kept the industries of South Africa rolling. If you move around Food World, Pick and Pay, TM, most of the products there are SA made. They're not locally made, those products. So it is South Africa which is supplying Zimbabwe. So it is us who's making those factories in South Africa more productive, right? In this case, I'm not blaming South Africa for the fact Zimbabweans knows how to enjoy life. So they want those luxurious goods, or expensive goods, or good quality goods from South Africa. So they buy those goods. So it is South Africa which is supplying at the expense of Zimbabwe. So we are losing dollars, we're losing money to the supplies from South Africa. So that's another point. Another issue that I want to talk about is if you look at Messina, that border town, Messina, the South Africans are building big buildings there, big factories, big supermarkets there. Do you really think that those supermarkets are for the South Africans there, the vendors, or those guys there? No, I don't. Those supermarkets, those industries, shops, the Chinese there, the Indians there, those are running those shops there. They're actually bringing goods from Joburg, from Durban to Messina to sell to Zimbabweans, people who have purchasing power, people who have hard currency, the American dollar. So it is us who have made Messina what it is today. Is another fact. It is us Zimbabweans who built Messina. Because if you go there, like us, we usually go there once a year. Every time you go to Messina, you see a different change, big changes. Things are changing. Big buildings coming up there. So it is us who's propelling the development of that country, South Africa. Right. Then another point. If you look at Zimbabweans, how many millions of Zimbabweans are living in the diaspora, like UK, Australia, New Zealand, obviously the millions of Zimbabweans there, and those guys are sending money back home like every month, like to take care of their parents, and that money is not even staying in Zimbabwe. Once we get it from Western Union, you take that money to South Africa. So South Africa is supplying goods from the same money which the Arabs governor brags about, that we have got billions from the diaspora is going into South Africa, into the South African economy straight away. Because myself, I get the moment I get that money from the diaspora, I visit South Africa, I buy my groceries. That's where I get everything that I want. So I'll take that money to South Africa. So that means who's benefiting? It's the South African economy. So Zimbabwe is getting nothing out of that. For example, building material is coming from South Africa. Clothes, brand new clothes, fresh clothes. Zimbabwe were known for Mabero, right? Clothes, brand new clothes are coming from South Africa. What else? Food, groceries. For example, some of us, we supply groceries to our grannies like every month, and that grocery is bought from South Africa. So the economy of South Africa is benefiting immensely from from Zimbabwean and Zimbabwean people. And another issue, the word Malaicha is so popular in Zim for carrying stuff from South Africa into Zimbabwe, not from Zim to South Africa. Malaicha guys don't carry anything back to South Africa. They carry things from South Africa to Zimbabwe. That clearly tells you that we are a big supermarket. We are a big supermarket for South African industries and shops. They're making goods for the Zimbabwean market. So that's another issue. Food is coming from South Africa. Building materials coming from South Africa. Clothes coming from South Africa. Right. If you look at these sprouting money transfer agencies like Mkuru and this one with like Ndebele and Soto, Tswana names. I don't know some of those. I'm familiar with the Mkuru most of the time because that's the one I use most of the times. So if you talk to the guys there, ask them if they are to tell you honestly how much money are they receiving from South Africa coming into Zimbabwe, and how much are they sending back to South Africa every day. As Zimbabweans, we will be very shocked. Most of our earnings is going back to South Africa. We are buying goods every day. For car spares, we're getting them from South Africa. Oils, everything, we're getting them from South Africa. So South Africa is benefiting immensely. One other thing which has come up popular now, the word rana. We can buy goods for you and pay on delivery. That saying has become popular in Zim. These runners, they're getting money, they're receiving money every day from Zimbabwe, and they buy goods for Zimbabweans and send it back home. If you ask guys at Roadport there, ask them how many buses are leaving in Zimbabwe every day, and when they come back, how many tons of loads, how much are they carrying back to Zimbabwe? You'll be shocked, you'll be surprised. Others are buying the whole city, someone is buying the whole boot, someone is buying space in the trailer there. So Zimbabwe, we're taking a lot of money to South Africa. Our industries are not producing anything, so we're benefiting, we are relying on South African industries. If we are to rely on our own industries, then that money would circulate in our own economy and things would be well off better. So, to be honest, we are benefiting, we are supporting the South African economy. That's a fact, right? That's a fact. A stable Zimbabwe, a prosperous Zimbabwe, is not acceptable to South Africa, because this will ruin their economy, their livelihood. So I'm telling you the truth, South Africa will never allow Zimbabwe to be stable. Thank you.